Previously on Cuff 03.
Literally just walk down the path and you'll see a club that says Spockers on it. That's where the event is going to be.
Today, each fighter was separated from their opponents for training sessions at the Torokan Dojo. This will help to prepare them for their respective fights.
Well, I started Torokan Dojo back in 2005. We started off on a really small scale, and then January 2010, we created this establishment. Even on an international level, this is one of the best schools there is. So that makes me feel very proud.
My name is Eric Poling. Started fighting my second semester, my senior year of college, after I had finished with football and wrestling. Got into it not knowing where it would take me, not knowing if it was something I was even going to enjoy to do. But I kept at it, and fought 20 amateur fights, turned professional. And I believe the strongest part of my game would be my stand-up. I have a lot of reach on my opponent. I use my jab a lot, poke him away, and use that to keep the distance. Very well-rounded. I wrestled in high school and college. My stand-up is where I do best, where I can make the most money with the knockouts. So that's what I like to do.
Unfortunately, due to injury at the time, Eric Poling was unable to take part as contender for the UFC's Ultimate Fighter Season 10.
These guys, the UFC are already looking at them, and we have them here in the Caribbean. You got Luke Leisure, who will be fighting from Canada. He fights with guys like Mark Hominick, again, who just fought Jose Aldo in the UFC 129.
Luke Leisure is a 22-year-old fighter from West Virginia. Coming from a background of wrestling in high school, he was then introduced to jiu-jitsu by a friend. This soon became his passion. Since then, Luke has been training at the Adrenaline Training Center in London, Ontario. Luke is set to make his pro debut at Cuff 03. Alex Roseman, one of the fighters in tonight's main event. Alex Roseman is a fighter flying in from Illinois.
What inspired me to start fighting was lifting weights and bodybuilding. A lot of my family and friends wanted to see what I could do as far as fighting rather than just being big and strong looking. Fighters I most try to base my game off of Brock Lesnar. Use a lot of his ground tactics and watch a lot of his fights and emulate some of the things that he does. The strongest part of my game is my wrestling, my strength and my strike power, not necessarily my endurance. And if you can get past my onslaught of hard punches, you'll be in the clear, but if not, you'll be done for.
Now, on to the one Torokan's calls the machine.
My name is Jivan Ramkisu. I train with Torokan Dojo under Sensei Adam.
Jivan and I have known each other for just about 4 years. When Jivan first came to me, he was already a martial artist. In his own right, he did Shotokan karate for a number of years.
I've been doing martial arts since I was 5 years old. My main art, I guess, is jiu-jitsu, but I love everything.
He and I did our instructor course in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, started doing Krav Maga and a little bit of Aikido.
My strongest part of my fighting game is my groundwork. Because it's my strongest part of my game, I don't like to meticulously train it all the time. I prefer to train in my weaker aspects of my game, like my stand-up and my takedown.
One of Torokan's youngest and promising talents, Mikey Youssef, helps to put the final touches on Jivan's training.
When I come in here and I see Jivan train every day, his determination, his heart, his will, Jivan's looking extremely sharp. The top of his game in both ground and stand-up. I think his toes, good foot movement, he's looking really good.
So Jivan the Machine Ramkisoon. We actually came up with that name about a week before the actual event. The tournament names after his first fight in Cuff 01 Inception, where Jivan fought Cleon Bardwell and won
Not a lot of people got to see Jivan, our local boy, fight, and he fought exceptional, took it 3 rounds against a hard fighter.
I personally set a goal for myself that I was going to train harder than I've ever trained for any fight, anything in my life. For this particular fight, you have me train for 3-4 hours a day, running, weight training, plyometrics, jiu-jitsu, stand-up game, takedowns, sparring.
Since I was coming up with a strategy for Jivan to be aggressive as soon as he comes out.
One of the strategies we have is most styles will throw a 1-2 combination, like a left jab into a right straight cross, and then immediately come up with a left head kick. But we're gonna just tweak it and alter it a little bit. So you're going with the straight jab into a straight cross, into a right head kick instead, hoping that Savage will go to his natural instinct, which would be to bob to the left, which would make the impact of the right head kick that much more devastating.
If Jivan lands that kick or lands one of those strikes, fight won't be last long. If he lands, that fight will be over in less than a minute.
So we've been doing that, we've been drilling that a lot. Even if it doesn't go to a head kick, if we could get to a knee to the gut or something like that, just dominate him from start to finish and show him what the Caribbean is about.
We basically want to show people in Trinidad and Tobago that Trinidad and Tobago has good fighters, and we can match them up against international guys such as Savage Harris.
Last time Jivan had a fight that went the distance, and this time we want to make sure that the fight doesn't go the distance and that people remember him as the machine and not just Jivan. We're definitely going to show what Torocan is about.
I told myself that this fight, I'm going to go out there and you'll see a completely different person.